ILL. I'm so sorry to the lady right here. I scared her to death. She covered her ear. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I won't do that again, I promise. ILL. All right, so we're going to do this one more time, but this last time, everyone. And if you can make your way to your seats, that would be great. I won't go too loud because it'll scream through the speakers, but I need you to give me everything you have, and we want people to hear us on Green Street in Champaign. Everybody ready? ILL. All right, I think that's a good start. Welcome, hello everyone. Hopefully you're having a great day. We definitely have a great day planned for you. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and friends, I want to welcome you to the College of Business Association's 57th Annual Spring Luncheon. My name is Derrick Young, and it's my pleasure to serve as your host for today and to celebrate the College of Business at Illinois with our fellow alumni. Please join me right now in welcoming Julie Scott, the president of the College of the Business Alumni Association Board, to the dais.
Okay, that's not the last ILL. ILL. Okay, you know you can't get away without that. Thank you very much, Derrick. Great to have you here with us again to help us out. Hello, fellow business alumni and guests. Love to see all the orange and blue out there and all the Illini pride. I am absolutely delighted that once again we have brought together over 1,000 College of Business alums and guests to celebrate our College of Business and to honor our distinguished alumni and faculty. Today, you may not know this, but you are participating in the largest U of I alumni event of its kind across the entire university. And that doesn't happen without a lot of effort from a lot of incredible people. I want to put out a special thank you to our co-chairs, Dean Stork, Joan Rocky, and Denise Kenny, for your tireless leadership, and our incredible board. Thank you so much for your help, as well as for our, yes, thank you. As well as a huge thank you to our friends in Champaign at the Business Alumni Affairs, Amanda Brantner, Haruka Nieswinder, and your team. You guys make it look so easy. You make our lives just a breeze here. So thank you very much. As president of the College of Business Alumni Association, it is my pleasure to serve you and over 60,000 alums worldwide. And our mission is simple. It's to provide programs and services that help you maintain your lifelong relationship to the College of Business and to campus. Bottom line is, the Alumni Association is here to help you stay connected. So, in addition to events like today in the luncheon, we offer homecoming tent parties, art events, sports, family programming, hopefully something that resonates with all of you. We'd love you to stay involved. And it is also important work that we are performing with the College of Business Alumni Board, including providing financial support for College of Business students and faculty in need in the form of awards and grants and scholarships for undergraduate students based on merit and need. In fact, I'm very excited. We actually have several of our scholarship recipients here today, and I'd like to send a special shout out to them. Welcome. On behalf of our board, I would ask that you please consider making a gift to help support these scholarships for the students with our ever-increasing need. There's information in your program in the center. Please check it out. There'll be more information, but any gift will be helpful and very much appreciate it. And there's other ways to give back, too, to the college. We provide ways for you to connect to students through recruitment, through job shadowing, mentoring. Perhaps you want to speak in class. Please reach out to us and let us know how you'd like to become engaged. There's engagement cards at your table. Students will be walking around. Just go ahead and fill it out and return it to them. Since you are the College of Business, sharing your time, your treasure, your talent is incredibly invaluable to the students and the faculty. And I very much encourage you to stay highly connected to the College of Business, as well as to our diverse Illini business alums. So with that, we're going to get this party started. We have a fantastic program planned for you. We're going to hear from our fearless leader, Dean Jeff Brown, with some inspirational remarks. We're going to present our awards to alums and faculty. And of course, we're going to hear some remarks from our, pun intended, groundbreaking fellow alum, Carol Ross Barney. So please enjoy your lunches, and we'll resume the program in a few minutes. Thank you. Go Illini.
That's why we are continuing to push forward with innovative new programs like our online degrees. And it's that spirit of innovation that is causing us to be noticed by business schools, parents, students, alumni all around the world. Now, innovation does not happen without investment, and that investment does not happen without all of you here in this room. One of our great strengths as a college and as a university is that we have not just a very large, but a very talented and a very generous alumni base. A group of individuals that take pride in their alma mater and who share our aspiration of being the world's leading business school. It's probably one of the worst kept secrets in the state of Illinois that we are going to be launching a fundraising campaign later this year as part of our sesquicentennial celebration, our 150th anniversary as a university. And the last capital campaign that we had in the College of Business built our beautiful business instructional facility. And every day that I walk through those halls, I am grateful to all of you that helped make that building possible. It has truly transformed the culture of our college, has created a really dynamic feel to the organization, and has developed a real sense of community among our students. I can tell you any time of day or night, any day of the year, you walk into that building and you will see people there engaging with one another, meeting with faculty, meeting with each other. In this campaign, we have the privilege of getting to focus on what happens inside those buildings and how we engage with the rest of the world. So rather than trying to build a structure, this time we are focused on our students and our faculty. Our three priorities are to raise money for student scholarships, for faculty support, and for student programs. And I'll be frank, we have some pretty audacious goals in each of those areas, but I think we need to be audacious because if we succeed, we are going to realize our aspirational vision as a College of Business. Our need for student scholarships, I hope, is somewhat obvious. We offer one of the best undergraduate degrees anywhere in the world, but for a variety of reasons, including many states, not just Illinois, over time backing away from their support of higher education, tuition has risen to the point where to earn a degree from Illinois has gotten financially out of reach for some families. Now look, I'm as competitive as the next person, and I hate it every time I lose an admitted student to another school. But at least if they're going to another good school, maybe not as good as us, but if they go to another Big Ten business school, we know they're going to get a good education. Won't be as good as the one they'd get at Illinois, but at least they'll get a good education. What really kills me as a dean, as a parent, as a citizen, is when we lose students who have already proven that they are qualified and high-achieving students who are good enough to be accepted into our college. And we lose them to schools that are not going to provide the opportunities that we would. And the reason we lose them is for financial reasons. So we are making it a very big priority as part of this next campaign to raise a lot of money to support student scholarships. We want to more than double our capacity to provide scholarships and financial aid to qualified students who come from a variety of backgrounds, including underrepresented students out of Chicago public schools to students from counties that don't often send a lot of students to the university, all the way up to the really high flyers that we need to compete with in order, that we compete for with our Big Ten peers. And so that's a big part of what we're trying to do to be consistent with our land-grant mission of making an outstanding education available regardless of need. The other way we're going to attract students is to ensure that we continue to have the best faculty anywhere in the world. Our faculty really are the lifeblood of our institution, and we already have some amazing and world-class faculty, some of whom you're going to see today when they receive their teaching awards. problem is we just don't have enough of them, enough faculty, and one of the things we're trying to do as a college is to grow the size of our faculty, and we will need your support to help invest in that as well. And finally, students are attracted to Illinois because of the very wide range of high-quality programs that we offer them. And here I'm talking about everything from our honors program to our enrichment academy, to our Golder academies in finance that help people prepare for careers in investment banking or investment management, and so forth. We have many of these programs. They are a really important part of the student experience. And we're looking to support those in the areas I mentioned, as well as in the innovation and entrepreneurship space, among others. So we really are enormously proud of the accomplishments of our alumni. We are grateful that you are all here today and the many other ways that you engage with us and prove that you are a generous and active and caring alumni base. And I want you to know that we appreciate it and also that we rely on it. We could not deliver the kind of educational experience that we do without your support. You are vital to our success. You play a crucial role in our ability to achieve our very high aspirations for the College of Business. So I really deeply appreciate your time, talent, and treasure, and I thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Dean Brown. We appreciate you being here too, and thank you for your great leadership of our college. We as alumni are committed to continue reflecting well on the college and supporting the college as it aspires to global prominence. As we look to the future, I challenge each of you to join the College of Business Alumni Association in supporting scholarships for College of Business students, like the over 50 business students we have in attendance here today. Are you here? Can you wave your hands? They're around. Yep, there they are, back in the back there. Thank you for coming. And you can do that by making a gift to the College of Business Alumni Association Scholarship Fund today. Your gift will make a direct impact on scholarships for business students and make a big difference in this school. You can make a gift right now, as a matter of fact, by going to the link on the screens in the room. That is also listed in the centerfold of your program, and you can simply type it in your cell browser right now, write it down in your beautiful new Illini book, the orange book. I meant to bring one up on the stage, courtesy of Grant Thornton, and take it back to the office. Together, we will be responsible for sending deserving students to the College of Business at Illinois this fall. While you are showing your support for our alumni, for our alma mater, let's take a moment and raffle off a couple of great prizes. I have a bunch of business cards over here in the fishbowl. Hopefully your business card is in here. I'll grab that and let me tell you about the prizes. So first prize, 2 tickets for the college's October 28th homecoming business bash and football game, alongside a football signed by Fighting Illini coach Lovie Smith. And, like that? All right, cool, cool. Second one, I think you'll like this too. 2 tickets for the Fighting Illini basketball at the United Center. That would be accompanied by a basketball signed by, guess who? Brad Underwood. I heard it. There you go. Our new coach, Brad Underwood. So very good. So 2 great prizes we have for you. Even if you do not win today, know that your support means a lot in our team and college events in this season ahead. Winners, please stand up. We will have someone come to you at your table. I will draw 2 tickets from here. Those 2 people will be the winners. I will not put them back in here so you cannot win again. But I'm going to close my eyes since it's clear and somebody's going to say I cheated. First winner is Christine Hawthorne from MB Financial Bank. Just make yourself, raise your hand, please. We'll have someone come over to you, Christine. And our second winner, this is for the Brad Underwood signed basketball and basketball tickets from Z Company. Let's see here. We have High Performances Delivered. I got it over. Accenture Consulting, Mark Smith. Where are you, Mark? Hopefully you're a basketball fan. Christine, I hope you like football. I'll put these back in case we have some more raffling to do a little bit later on. So congratulations to everyone. Our college staff will bring you your gifts right now. Now we're going to move on to the Faculty Awards presentation. And I'd like to recognize faculty and alumni who have impacted the legacy of the College of Business. The College of Business Alumni Association is proud to present 3 faculty members with awards for teaching excellence. Each holds the esteem of students, faculty, and department heads for their contributions in the classroom. Our first award in excellence in teaching for a teaching assistant goes to Joseph Burke, a doctoral candidate in accountancy. Joseph has taught several sections of the Accounting, Measurement, and Disclosure course. He provides real-life examples, including hands-on experience with the Financial Accounting Standards Board of codification and illustrating to students how they will become critical to the company's success. In return, he has received outstanding ratings by his students for his efforts in the classroom and has been included in the list of teachers ranked as excellent. For his achievement and academic potential, please join us in congratulating Joseph Burke on his award. The award for excellence in graduate teaching goes to Martin Widdicks, Senior Lecturer of Finance. Martin joined the faculty at the College of Business in 2011 with an expertise in the area of mathematics of derivative pricing. He teaches what are widely considered some of the most technically demanding courses in the graduate curriculum from the Department of Finance. In the classroom, he combines theoretical rigor, empirical relevance, and the practical applications to create an engaging format for students. Martin has consistently been named to the list of teachers ranked as excellent. For his dedication and enthusiasm for teaching graduate students, please join us in congratulating Martin Widdicks on his award. And finally, the award for excellence in undergraduate teaching goes to Mark Wolters, Lecturer of Business Administration. Mark teaches principles of marketing and advanced marketing management. His approach focuses on making the courses interactive and experiential through the use of social media, summary videos, and featuring real-life examples to show applications of theory to reality. Mark is regularly included on the list of teachers ranked as excellent and received the Illinois Student Senate Teaching Excellence Award for 2014. For his excellence in teaching undergraduate students, please join us in congratulating Mark Wolters. Congratulations to each of these deserving faculty. Your work in the College of Business is definitely irreplaceable. At this point, we'll move on to the College of Business Appreciation Award, and this is presented to Steve Miller. Steve holds a bachelor's degree. Steve holds a bachelor's degree in business administration and marketing from the College of Business. He is a partner and co-founder of Origin Ventures, a leading venture capital firm he founded in 1999. Prior to Origin Ventures, Steve spent a decade at Quill Corporation, a direct marketer of office products started by his family in 1956. He started Quill's e-commerce operation and managed the team that executed the company's first website to a $15 million annual revenue. In 1998, the Miller family sold Quill Corporation to Staples. Steve currently serves on the board of Impact Engine and VHT and has served in the past on the board for many other companies, including Doggy Loot, Shootlet, I hope I got that right, Grubhub, and iNest. Steve's civic involvements are numerous, including president of the board of Victory Gardens Theater, vice chair of the Better Government Association, and member of the Economic Club of Chicago. He serves on the board of One Goal, an innovative college persistence program working to make college graduation possible for all students. Steve has given generously of his time, his resources to the University of Illinois. He serves on the College of Business Dean's Business Council and on the board of the Hillel Foundation, as well as a member of the University of Illinois Foundation. He supports scholarships via the Stephen N. Miller Entrepreneurial Scholarships and endowed the Diane N. and Stephen N. Miller Centennial Chair in Business, currently held by Professor Madhu Viswanathan. Steve's loyalty to the College of Business is apparent through his generosity. It is with great pleasure that the College of Business Alumni Association presents the Appreciation Award to Steve Miller.
Thank you, Derrick, and congratulations to all of the honorees today. I deeply appreciate this Alumni Appreciation Award. With a name as common as mine is, I do wonder whether the college actually meant to bestow this award on one of the other Steve Millers who are alumni of the college, including the one from my graduating year who's on the bronze tablet with straight A's in accountancy. I was a marketing major with occasional A's. For the last several years, I've been returning to campus once or twice a semester, whether it's to guest lecture on venture capital and entrepreneurship, attend Dean's Business Council meetings, or just take in an Illini game. I always try to interact with students. Every single time, I come away tremendously impressed with the energy and engagement of the students in Champaign. The future alumni of our great university blow me away. Your support for the College of Business, through you being here today and the other gifts that you're going to make before you leave here, are absolutely vital in continuing this long tradition of excellence. I'm glad there are awards like this for alumni. I can tell you for a fact that my work as a student 30 years ago did not merit too many awards. The only dean's list I made was the long list of students helped by the late Dean Emerson Kamek. It was my freshman year, and I was having great difficulty in Accountancy 101. My marketing major's brain was having a tough time thinking in debits and credits, and I begged Dean Kamek to let me drop the class mid-semester. Thankfully, he acquiesced. I was able to meet the requirement by taking an equivalent class during summer school at the College of Lake County. With all due respect to CLC, who, by the way, has never given me an Alumni Appreciation Award, let's just say there is a reason why Illinois is the best accountancy program in the country. And it's the same reason why I was a marketing major. Dean Kamek is just one example of a great community of Illini, and many others who were not so fortunate enough to have been Illini, who have helped me along my journey. In the book Give and Take, author Adam Grant writes, "Success is interdependent, not independent. None of us got to where we are today without the guidance and support of other people. In my case, many other people. My parents, Jan and Harvey, whose examples I try to live by every day. My wife, Diane, whose love and support inspire our children and me. My friend, co-founder, business partner, and fellow College of Business alum, Bruce Barron, without whom Origin Ventures never would have been born. Our partners, Brent Hill and Jason Heltzer, and our associate, Scott Stern, who propel our firm with greater brilliance to greater success and energy. All of the entrepreneurs with whom we've had the privilege to work. Dean Avijit Ghosh, who got me re-engaged with the College of Business, as well as his successors, Dean Larry DeBrock and Dean Jeff Brown, who have continued driving forward our great college. There are many others, too numerous to name, but I am profoundly thankful to all of them, to all of you, and to the College of Business Alumni Association for this award. Go Illini.
Steve, I hate to tell you this, but I did have another Steve Miller in mind as I was reading this. I'm happy it was you, but I did have another Steve Miller too.
I already got the award. So
You got it, brother. And you do not have to give it back. No, congratulations, and we appreciate you greatly, absolutely, and we're happy for you to get that award. Now it's my pleasure to present the College of Business Alumni Association's Distinguished Alumnus Award to Karen Golz. Can we clap it up for Karen? Karen holds a bachelor's degree in accountancy from the College of Business and is a bronze tablet recipient. Karen is Ernst Young's Global Vice Chair, working with Ernst Young Japan. Prior to that, Karen served as Ernst Young's Global Vice Chair, professional practice responsible for accounting, auditing, financial reporting, and the regulatory matters of the audit practice. She was the most senior accounting and auditing professional with Ernst Young globally, and she chaired the Global Professional Practice Executive Committee. She's been an audit partner since 1987 and served clients from startups to large international companies in a number of industries. Karen is a member of the Financial Stability Board's Enhanced Disclosure Task Force and a member of the International Federation of Accountants Transactional Auditors Committee and a forum of firms. She has served on numerous committees and task forces at Ernst Young, including America's Accounting and Auditing Committee, the Gender Equity Task Force, among others. She also served on boards and committees and leadership roles for several charitable organizations. Karen is an outstanding professional who has numerous remarkable achievements. Please join me in congratulating the College of Business Alumnus Association Distinguished Alumnus Award recipient, Karen Golz.
Congratulations to all of the honorees this afternoon. I am absolutely in awe of everything that I've heard, and I'm shocked that I'm a recipient. I'm very humbled and I'm very honored to be the recipient of the College of Business Distinguished Alumnus Award. There are so many deserving alumni, including all of you in this room, that again, I am just blown away. I do want to thank the College of Business Alumni Association and all of its leadership. I want to thank Dean Brown for his incredible leadership of the College of Business, all of the sponsors for today's event, which make this event possible, and all of you for supporting in such a visible way our beloved university and our beloved college. Time is the most precious commodity that any of us have, and it is a non-renewable resource. So for you to take your precious resource and spend your time here today is greatly appreciated by myself and the fellow honorees, but by the entire university system. I also want to do a quick shout out to my family. A number of my family is here. My two brothers, Richard and Tom, who are alumni, my sister-in-law, Mary, my niece, Julie, and also a longtime family friend, kind of my third brother, Matt Glavis, also an alumni, and my other family, my Ernst Young family. There are many Ernst Youngers here, and after 40 years with Ernst Young, I thank you all for your being great partners, being great friends and colleagues. The U of I is celebrating its sesquicentennial this year. Please do not ask me how to spell sesquicentennial. It's like way over my head. But 150 years of faithfully pursuing and fulfilling its motto of learning and labor. The learning and labor has stood the test of time since 1867. It's the learning in our chosen fields, in my case, accounting, Steve's case, marketing. But it's more than just the learning of our chosen fields. It's the learning of critical thinking and appropriate challenge. It's the learning of striving for the highest standards of integrity and transparency that I also recall from my days at Illinois. So I'm going to share a very short but a true story that really connects my U of I learning to my labor, my work at Ernst Young over the years, and I will try to be brief. I benefited from the opportunity in accounting to be in the class of Professor Philip Fess, one of the university's very distinguished but also very approachable and very down-to-earth professors. And Professor Fess was trying to teach all of us young students, including myself, double entry accounting and the basics of accounting. And he had a very natural way to communicate to people. And I can recall as if it was yesterday, Professor Fess in the class saying, if I take money from my left pocket and move it to my right pocket, I don't have any more money. Fast forward quite a number of years when I was the signing audit partner on a public company, and they came to me with a transaction that they wanted to undertake and explained this very complicated transaction. And I said, if it's that complicated, I'm not sure it makes much sense. And I said to them, all you're doing is moving your money from your left pocket to your right pocket. You don't have any more money, and you can't recognize revenue. And they were very mad at me, of course. You know, it's sort of it's the lot of an audit partner, I must tell you. Somebody's always mad. So, but they were a very good client and very respectful client, and they did abide by my advice, and they did not engage in the transaction. Now fast forward about another year or two, different company, very high-profile company that met its demise, and also caused the demise of one of the large accounting firms, which was near and dear to this city in Chicago. And as the world dissected what had happened in the demise of that company, there were a number of transactions that were focused on. And, you know, we would just read about them in the papers. But my former client, I had since rotated, my former client called me, the CFO and the controller, and said, I don't know if you noticed, Karen, but that company, you know, that high-profile problem company, that transaction was like the one you wouldn't let us do. And I said, yes, I did notice that. And then they said, we're just calling to thank you for saving us from ourselves. So it was really the joining of the learning from Professor Fess's class, which I pretty much quoted verbatim what he said to them, from a classroom in 1977 to quite a few number of years later. I would like to ask you all to continue to support the university. You're supporting it with your time, you're supporting it with your financial resources, I hope, but also support it with your mind share. You know, universities all around the world, and ours is no exception, are really under great challenge and great pressure. So please support the university. And allow me to close my remarks with the words and the symbolism of appreciation and respect of my adopted home country, Japan, where I have spent a great deal of time. Arigato gozaimasu.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Righty. Karen, your career achievements are inspiring for all alumni, and your impact reflects positively on the College of Business. Congratulations again to you on your Distinguished Alumnus Award. I'm honored at this point to introduce the 2017 Spring Luncheon keynote speaker, Carol Ross Barney. Insert applause. Carol earned a bachelor's degree in architecture from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Carol is design principal at Ross Barney Architects, and she has dedicated her career to the design of public spaces and places. Her designs range from small community buildings to campus buildings for premier academic and research institutions to groundbreaking transit stations and civic and urban spaces. The work she has designed has produced distinctive structures that have become cultural icons. Her many renowned projects include the Chicago Riverwalk, which many of you probably took to get here, the CTA Cermak and Morgan Street stations, the Nassau Aerospace and Communications Facility, the Oklahoma City Federal Building, and the Bloomingdale 606 Trail Framework Design, among many others. Carol's international reputation is outstanding, as featured in countless journals and web media, and she has received numerous honors, including 4 Institute Honor Awards from the American Institute of Architects, as well as over 40 AIA Chicago Design Awards. In addition, her work has received significant Sustainable Building Awards, including 2 AIA Committee on the Environment Top 10 Green Project Awards. She is a recipient of the AIA Thomas Jefferson Award and the AIA Illinois Golden Medal, both recognizing excellence in architectural achievement. Carol is founding member of the Chicago Women in Architecture, a nonprofit volunteer organization that exists to advance women in architecture, and she currently teaches at the Illinois Institute of Technology. Karen is an exceptional professional whose achievements are remarkable and whose impact on our city as an alumni is clear. Please join me in welcoming our Spring Luncheon keynote speaker, Carol Ross Barney.
Thank you, Derrick. And thank you for inviting me to talk to you today. It's an honor to be with fellow Chicagoans and fellow alumni. I am a Chicagoan. I was born in Grant Hospital, and my office is in River North, and I live in Lakeview, so I spend my entire life within about a 10-block radius. My grandparents were immigrants to this city, and so my story is pretty much the quintessential Chicago story. In fact, this photograph is State Street, the year I was born. The photo was taken by Stanley Kubrick. He did that before he became a famous film director. And it portrayed Chicago as the gritty city it is. And like other good Chicagoans, in 1966, I went to the University of Illinois. This is the picture of the U of I campus in 1966, and you can, if you've been there recently, you can see how much it's grown. 66 was the centennial year, so you have a really good marker. And my architecture class is not this one. But the gentleman in the middle is the founder of the architecture school, Nathan Ricker, and it was the first land-grant school and one of the largest schools in the country. We don't have these wonderful big lunches, but at one point, 1 out of every 12 architects in the United States was a graduate of the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. However, my class, had about as many women as this picture. There were 3 of us out of over the 300. And this photo I'm showing you because it's sort of a preface to my remarks. The reason I wanted to study architecture was because I have this feeling that my role and the role of my fellow citizens is to make the planet better. I'm a typical 1960s bleeding heart, is what some people say to me. So when I graduated, I joined the Peace Corps. It was my intention to learn about societies and cities and then help. So I started my own architecture business. And I probably needed help from all of you right then because somehow they don't give us enough background in business. And you know, what we sell is a little bit ethereal. Like, some people think we're only selling things that look good. You can see from this cartoon that it's a little bit of a torturous route. And I rapidly found out that there was much more to running a business than drawing. And so shortly after I started my business, I did this cartoon of myself. And you see at the end, I thought that all I had to do was cook the food, just do the design. And I actually found out that there's so much more to it, that I had to stock the food and then I had to kill the food before I could actually cook the food. So it was a really learning experience for me. And like I said, I admire you all. I probably needed your help at that point. But eventually I figured out that what I needed to do was create an organization that could create and put in place ideas, that the design process is iterative. You do it over and over again. It's amorphous. It doesn't have a shape. And it is time-related, which gave me the hardest thing, that creative interactions don't have a shelf life. So I've spent the rest of the time since then trying to run a company that is about ideas, and ideas that are practical and buildable but inspiring at the same time. I've been really fortunate to work on the U of I campus. This is a project that we just finished it. It's for my own school, the School of Architecture. It's a building that is hoped for. It'll be part of the next capital campaign. And it was really a trip to go down there and traipse through architecture again. The purpose of the building is to tie all the resources of the architecture, landscape architecture, and urban planning schools together. So we called it the KNOT, with the idea that it could put those people in touch with each other and in touch with their resources. But most of my work is spent working on urban systems lately. If you have boarded the CTA at Belmont or Fullerton, that's our station. Or at Morgan, also our station, or more recently at Cermak McCormick Place. And I've become extraordinarily fascinated with the systems that hold our city together and that make it healthy and livable. And it really is the emphasis of my practice right now. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we've been doing. This is another one of our projects, the Riverwalk. Really popular. By the way, the city's planning a big party opening on May 20th. They're having all kinds of bands and stuff like that, activities on the river, so put it on your calendar. It's an interesting project because it really takes a piece of abandoned land in the city, something that had a bad reputation. Being a Chicagoan, when I told my friends and family I'm working on the Riverwalk, they'd say, "You're kidding, you're going near the river?" When I was a kid, I always wondered why they called it a river, because it looked like a canal. It didn't have any riverbank or anything like that. And I never could figure out why they painted it green, because it was green already. And this photo, by the way, is taken about turn of the 20th century. And that gentleman this is at Bubbly Creek. And he's standing on refuse grease from the slaughtering operations. And Chicago, the river, the poor Chicago River, the city is actually here because of the river. The river gave our early settlers a way to get across continent. And it's a pretty not important river, but for us, it made us one of the great cities of the world. Anyway, in 2001, we were commissioned by the city to look at making a continuous path along the river. This is what the Riverwalk looked like in 2001. It was kind of a leftover idea. Nothing really happened down there. You could walk on it, but every time you came to a street, you had to go up a full flight of stairs. It's actually 22 feet, and then cross 4 to 6 lanes of traffic and come back down. So it wasn't very walkable. And oh, that's really loud. What we did first, the project actually, we began it in 2001. It was completed last summer. The first phase was at Wabash, where we built a monument, a memorial, to the soldiers who lost their life in Vietnam. But it was the city's first attempt to turn the river into an asset. Then that was dedicated in 2005 and 2009. And then in 2011, the city decided to commission us for the rest of the Riverwalk, which was really exciting because now we were going to work on all the blocks that the city owned. And then phase 2, which you're looking at here, opened in 2015. And it really made the Riverwalk more diverse. This is our solution for getting by those bridge houses, by the way. It gave some opportunity for retail. It became a yuppie paradise where you could get $13 bottles, $13 glasses of rosé. In fact, it was so popular that last summer, by the middle of July, City Winery ran out of River Rosé or River Red, I can't remember. Not just for that day, for the whole season. We attempted to bend the city down to the river, which we did here in the block that we call the River Theater. And we also tried to make it at least a day-long event, and to the extent we can, a season-long event. That's one of my challenges for the future, is to bring four-season activity to some public spaces. And the reception has just been overwhelming. The people who, like my friends, thought, why would anybody want to go down to the river, now say, we didn't even know we needed a river walk. The design is predicated on the idea of a continuous path along the river, and then making of individual spaces that recall different types of moments along the river, different types of spaces and environment. The last 2 blocks, which opened last fall, and I think this season everybody will learn about them, is this block, which is called the Water Plaza. Our idea was that it's still not safe to touch the water in the river. That's unfortunate. I do believe that by shortly, the main stem will be swimmable, and the goal of the city is by 2030 to make the entire river swimmable. But we desperately wanted some place you could touch the river, so you'll be able to touch it in this Water Plaza block where we have a interactive fountain. The other thing that this will do is it'll make the Riverwalk more family-oriented. It's pretty yuppie-oriented now, but I think that this will change it a lot. And then the other block that we opened last year that you can see is a block that we call the Jetty. And when you go to visit it, understand that a lot of the work we did isn't on the top, it's not in the gardens on the top, but we actually built fish habitats that you can see in the drawing underneath those gardens. And we're hoping that the vendor here is a bait and tackle store, and there are people fishing here already, but that was another goal, to make the main stem a healthy habitat for wildlife, which it hadn't been for a long time. That is changing, though. In 1970, the Friends of the Chicago River did a census of fish in the river, and there were 7 species of fish. And recently they did another one, and there are 70. And there's stuff that if you grew up fishing in freshwater rivers, you'd recognize: crappie, bluegill, sunfish. So it has a lot of promise to be a really wonderful place. But I think that that's all well and good, and it's fun. But I think the bigger story here is how this type of thinking, the transformative thinking, taking something that was left over in our downtown, can really make the whole city better. This is sort of an economic better example. You can see the Riverwalk there in phases. All the buildings that we're showing have been developed since 2001, and there are additional development sites. But that's only part of the story. Last year, the mayor asked the Metropolitan Planning Council to do a study of the rivers in Chicago. And we were hired by MPC. We worked with MPC to produce that study. And the statistics are really remarkable. There are 3 major rivers in Chicago: the Des Plaines, the Chicago, and the Calumet. You can see them here. And we really don't think about ourselves as a river town, but in the boundaries of the city, there are over 150 miles of riverbank. And contrast that to 34 miles of lakefront. And Chicago's known for its lakefront. There's huge potential here. So what we did, in addition to setting goals for subsequent stages of the project, we also spent time in communities talking about how they relate to the river and what it could become. This is Goose Island. Goose Island was constructed. It's not a natural island. It was constructed because the captains of industry needed more water. Water was the main transportation venue, and so they dug the canal on the east side of Goose Island. It used to be Goose Meander. But over the years, since we don't use water anymore as a major transit way, that has silted in, and the Goose Island Canal is no longer navigable. So we talked to community members there, and we developed this idea that perhaps this could be a wetland park. Can you imagine that in the city that doesn't have that type of environment? It got more exciting when we went to other communities. This is the Collateral Channel. It's on the South Branch. It's in the Little Village neighborhood. One thing about the river that needs a lot of solution is it doesn't really flow anymore because it was reversed. All the flow that the river has is completely artificial. So when you have a little stub like this that used to serve manufacturing, it becomes stagnant. And the city had made this nice park with the baseball diamond there for the Little Village community. But this stub of a canal was so disgusting that when we went to Sheraton in this neighborhood, the kids called it Ass Creek. And to a certain extent, it kept them from using their brand new park the way they wanted to. And we worked with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, the MRDW, and looked both at long-range and short-range solutions. We could make it immediately better by pumping water and basically making it not stagnant, which we did, and it became much better. But we also dreamed of a future where we could use plant materials to clean the water and again turn this into a space. And here it's even more meaningful. If you look at a map of Chicago, we are a divided city. And we talk about division by crime and income, but we're also divided by transportation and by recreation. And the river, when you plot it over the city, is a tremendous opportunity both for recreation and education in neighborhoods where those opportunities don't exist. Some projects were really little. If you take along the Cook County Forest Preserve District maintains 50 miles of bike trail on the river, the Des Plaines River. Nobody knows it's there. You can take the CTA to the Cumberland Blue Line station, and you're there. You can take your bike on the CTA too. There's no signage, there's no pathways. So some of the things that were the projects we came up with were really small. They're just getting people to the place that they could enjoy these amenities, hidden amenities. This is another dream that we had. This one, that's Bubbly Creek. That's the same place where the guy was standing on the grease. It's a really important site right now. The orange line connects to this site. The city's invested in new recreational facilities at Bubbly Creek. And it's really a time where we can think about making our city more livable and healthy. And just dreams that haven't been dreamed before. I'm really convinced that urban living is the future of our sustainable society. And I am dedicated. My bottom line is the city has to be healthy and it has to be livable. And I ask you all to join me in doing that. And I want to thank you very much for asking me here today and listening to my ideas. Thank you.
Carol, we thank you very much for joining us today, for all that you have contributed to our great city, for all that you have contributed to our wonderful university. We truly appreciate it, and we're happy to have you as our keynote speaker. My suggestion for everyone as you go home, if you have to take the Riverwalk, we should pay tribute to Carol saying, I-L-L, I-N-I, I-L-L. I'm going to chant it until I get arrested as I walk down the Riverwalk. Then I'll call you to get me bailed out, but no. But thank you so much. That's awesome. And it really is cool to know that someone in our family created that and so many of the other things that we use. So we appreciate you. Okay, so just as Carol and other honorees have given so much to the college, I encourage all of us to show our support by giving generously of our time, of our talent, and our treasure to our alma mater. Each of our contributions makes a difference in the college's bright future. As we close, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today and send you off with one big Go Illini.